Are you ready to find out which poison transformed a wife's face into a literal demon? And more importantly, why is that curse is still actively hunting actors in modern-day Tokyo? This is why, for the past 200 years, every single kabuki theater has had to conduct sacred rites before daring to stage the Yotsuya Kaidan. And now, let's step back 2 centuries, right into the heart of the Edo period. This is where the tragic story of Oiwa and Yemon began its sinister roots. Our main characters are Tamiya Yemon, a common selfish ronin, and his wife Oiwa, a woman devoted to him. Yemon despised their poverty and sought wealth at any cost, his moral decay evident from the start when he committed a murder that forced Oiwa into silence. Oiwa became pregnant, but for Yemon, the baby was merely a burden. He craved status, not family. Things got much worse when a wealthy neighbor, Ito Kihei, appeared. Kihei's niece, Ome, was obsessed with Yemon's lingering samurai image. Kihei, seeing a chance for connection, promised Yemon a life of luxury and a marriage to Ume. The single wicked condition? Eliminate Oiwa. Yemon, driven by greed and cowardice, agreed instantly, setting in motion one of the most monstrous schemes in Japanese literary history. To clear the path for his new life, Yemon committed an unforgivable act. He arranged for Oiwa to be given a deceptive medicine, not to cure her but to destroy her. It was a slow-acting poison designed to ruin her, bit by bit. It horribly disfigured Oiwa. Picture this scene. Oiwa's beautiful long dark hair began to fall out in clumps. Her eyes started to bulge out terrifyingly, and her face, where Yemon had sworn his vows, became twisted and distorted. Every time she tried to comb her hair, blood and strands would drop onto the floor. This was pure physical and mental torture, symbolizing the utter breakdown of Yemon's promise. Yemon, seeing his wife so grotesquely transformed, felt zero remorse. He openly mocked and despised her, quickly moving to finalize his horrific plan. The tragedy hit its peak. Unable to endure the mockery any longer, Oiwa confronted Yemon, but he violently ended her life. He then murdered her loyal servant Kohei. In a final strategic act of cruelty, he took both bodies, nailed them to an old wooden door, and dumped them into the Kanda River. This was his attempt to wipe Oiwa from the earth. Yemon thought he had won, washing his hands of the crime and proceeding with his wedding to Ume. But he forgot one crucial detail. Death was not the end for Oiwa. Right on that fateful wedding night, the revenge began. Yemon looked at Ume's face, but her features began to melt and shift, replaced by the twisted, hateful visage of Oiwa. In a panic, Yemon drew his sword, slashing wildly, and killed Ume. He killed the wrong person, slaughtering his own new bride. This was the first act of revenge. Oiwa didn't need strength, she only needed pure terror. Yemon had self-destructed the future he had just built, but that was just the appetizer. Oiwa's spirit methodically decided to destroy Yemon's mind. Her ghost appeared everywhere. When Yemon sat next to a paper lantern, Oiwa's horrific face materialized on the paper, a horrifying symbol of the home he had ruined. He would swing his sword, but the haunting never stopped. The ultimate climax revolves around that wooden door. After the bodies were found, the door kept drifting back. Wherever Yemon went, even to a remote mountain house, he would see the image of that door suspended, spinning in the water, with the corpses still tightly nailed to it. Oiwa's punishment wasn't a quick death. It was psychological annihilation, forcing Yemon to confront the image of his crime, repeated relentlessly. Finally, Yemon was hunted down and killed by Oiwa's brother-in-law, a side character who administers earthly justice. But the story doesn't end there. It became a national legend because it exposed the systemic injustice against women in the Edo period. Oiwa couldn't fight back in real life, but her vengeful spirit, Onryo, could. This story tapped into the deep resentment the common people felt toward the corruption and hypocrisy of the ruling samurai class. This social outrage quickly turned the story into a phenomenon. In 1825, playwright Tsuruya Nanboku IV debuted Tokaido Yotsuya Kaidan in July, the hottest month, intending to chill the audience with maximum fear. It ran for 25 days, creating an unprecedented horror craze and establishing the kizewamono horror genre. Oiwa became the ultimate symbol of eternal hatred, her disfigurement captured in ukiyo-e art, representing the moral damage inflicted upon her soul by Iman's betrayal. More disturbingly, the hatred spilled into real life, creating a stage curse that continues today. Actors playing Oiwa or Iman often suffer injuries or misfortune. This is why a strict tradition exists. Before performing Yotsuya Kaidan, the entire cast must visit Oiwa's grave to appease her powerful spirit. Ultimately, Yotsuya Kaidan is a story to make you fear humanity itself, to fear greed, selfishness, and the terror of being haunted by the sins you commit. If there's one lesson, it is this. You can run from everything, but you can never run from your conscience. And when you destroy a soul, that soul will never let you rest.